Good day to my distinguished viewers online. I still remain Photon, also known as Photon the Light. And today, like I promised you, we're going to be learning the tricks in getting values for your special angles, especially those of us who are planning this forthcoming examination, the JAMB exams, the WAS, which is also known as the SSCE, and viewers around the world watching our videos today. Today, we're going to be looking at the tricks on how to get the values of sine, cos, and tan without using your calculator. And I'm going to show you guys this as I've always done in my previous videos. And if you know you've not subscribed to this video, please do well to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and relax and watch how further tricks and shortcuts will be revealed to you. Now today we are going to be looking at the tricks involved in getting the answers to the sine functions, to the cos functions, and also to the tan functions. Now I'm going to be looking at functions from 0 degree down to 90 degree. All right. Now, how do we go about this function? I've devised a very easy means that will help you, get the answers to these things in your exam without making you panic. So let's get straight to business, but we don't have time. All right, so how do I get the values of all these angles that has been slated on the board? I know it causes for so many worries. People will be like, oh, we don't have the calculators. How do we solve this when we get to the exam hall? Now, this is all you need to do. Now, for the values of sine, we're going to be looking at the values of sine first, from 0 degree down to 90 degree. All you need to do is to start like this. You place a square root of 0 over 4. You go to the next one, you place a square root of 1 over 4. You go to the next one, you place a square root of 2 over 4. You go to the next one, you place a square root of 3 over 4. You go to the final one, you place a square root of 4 over 4. Now 0 divided by 4 will give us 0, and the square root of 0 will still give us 0. 1 divided by 4 is like finding the square root of 1 and finding the square root of 4. The square root of 1 will give you 1, and the square root of 4 will give you 2. So that gives you 1 over 2. To the next one, you can't find the square root of 2, but you can find the square root of 4 being a perfect square. Now if you find the square root of 4, it gives you 2. So the answer you'll be having here is the square root of 2 over 2. We'll move on to the next one. We can't find the square root of 3 to give us a number without a remainder, but we can find the square root of 4. And if you find the square root of 4, you get 2. So this gives you the square root of 3 over 2. And finally, if 4 divides 4, you get 1. And what's the square root of 1? The square root of 1 is 1. And there you have it. Check your calculator to confirm with these values. The value of sine 0 will give you 0. The value of sine 30 will give you 1 over 2. The value of sine 45 will give you root 2 over 2. The value of sine 60 will give you root 3 over 2. The value of sine 90 will definitely give you 1. Now, without wasting much time, let's go back to the next one. We have the next function in the trigonometrical functions, cos. Now, how do you get cos? The only thing you have to do is to reverse the identity we've gotten here. Now, we started from the left and we ended at this point, which is the last value 1. So all you need to do right now is to start from 1 and take it to the beginning. Now, the last value of 1, you place 1 here. The next one was root 3 over 2. You place root 3 over 2 here. After that, you have root 2 over 2. You place root 2 over 2 here. After that, you have a 1 over 2. You place 1 over 2 here. After that, you have 0. You place your 0. And voila, that's the final answer. So let's confirm again. The value of cos 0, you can check with your calculator, will give you 1. The value of cos 30 will give you root 3 over 2. The value of cos 45 will give you root 2 over 2. The value of cos 60 will give you 1 over 2. And the value of cos 90 will give us what? 0. That's it. Now let's get to the last part, tan. Now you would agree with me that there is a trigonometrical ratio that tells you that tan is the same thing as sine over cos. So all we need to do is to pick the value of sine and divide it by the value of cos, and whatever we get will be the value of tan. So let's go. 0 divided by 1 will automatically give us 0. The next one is 1 over 2 divided by what you have for cos is root 3 over 2. And from our knowledge of mathematics, we definitely know that the one at the bottom is going to have an inverse. So we're going to be having 1 over 2 multiplied by 2 over root 3. And definitely this, we cancel this. Now you're left with 1 over root 3, which is the same thing as root 3 over 3 after rationalization. All right. We move to the next one. Root 2 over 2 is simply going to divide root 2 over 2. So we have root 2 over 2 divided by root 2 over 2. And that will give us 1. Then the next one is root 3 over 2 dividing 1 over 2. And like we did here, 1 over 2 will take an inverse, and that becomes root 3 over 2 multiplied by 2 over 1. And this, we cancel out this. So our final answer will be root 3 divided by 1. And you all know that whatever divides 1 maintains its state. So our final answer here becomes root 3. And finally, we have 1 dividing 0. So 1 over 0. Now, there is a rule that states that whenever 0 is a denominator, you definitely have an undefined answer. So you can confirm with your calculator, the answer to 1 over 0 is UD, meaning undefined. You don't have a value for that. So sometimes we put the symbol infinity. And there you have it. Like I told you, Photon is always here for you. Do well to subscribe to the channel. You can confirm all this with your calculator. And please, do not forget to comment. Do not forget to share to other persons. And do not forget to like this video. Until I come away in your next class, I still remain Photon, also known as Photon the Light. Thank you very much.